Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to give you guys a short message. Don't let anybody deter you from your dreams. No matter what it is, focus on that dream and only on that dream. People will try to throw stuff at you to distract you or force their opinions down your throat, but don't pay that no mind. Keep focused on what you're doing and what you want to do. Some people are dead weight. They're not going to do anything to help you reach your goal. They're going to try to hit you with disses and under the table jokes. Uh, they'll try to cast their doubts upon you. They'll do all kinds of stuff, anything except support you. Don't pay them no mind. You have to understand, you can't pay people any mind. You have to stay focused on you for you. They can't live your life. You have to live your life. And something strange happens when people can't figure you out, when they can't see your vision. Even when you try to explain it to them, they can't understand it. That's okay. It ain't for them to understand. But whatever your goal is, ask yourself, how bad do you want it? How important is it to you to reach that goal? What are you willing to do for it? Me personally, I have no limits. I live life without limits. I've done my addition by subtraction. And right now, I'm doing my subtraction by selling this house. I'm getting all kinds of stuff done to help beautify it or to make it more desirable. I live in a wooded area. I pretty much live in the middle of a forest that's in the middle of nowhere. But that's, what attracted me to the place. I like peace and quiet. I like space and privacy. So I bought this house in Richmond, Kentucky to have that peace and quiet in space. And now I'm subtracting it from my life so that I can reach my goals. I'm still waiting on to see if the deal will hold up. So far, so good. I like the chances of it holding up. It seems like it has a really good chance to hold up. So I'm still I'm hoping. But if it don't, then I'm gonna be homeless for 1 year. I'm gonna be homeless for 1 year. I'm gonna do it. And I know people think I'm crazy, and that's okay. People won't always see your vision, and it's not for them to see. And, I have my plans and I have everything lined up, and other people don't understand it. And, I'm going to keep it real. Like, even up to this point, I hadn't really met many people that traveled the world or moved out of the country. So I understand how rare that can be. And now that it's me on this side of the fence and I'm, leaving the country and want to move abroad and live abroad, I guess I can kind of understand why some people think it's weird or they find it odd that I want to live somewhere other than America. But regardless of what they think or how they feel about it, it's happening. And since I've kind of gotten into this arena, I feel like I met my tribe. It seems like I get along better with world travelers. In my opinion, it's just my opinion. It seems like to me, world travelers have a deeper thought process. They understand things on a broader spectrum. And honestly, I feel like I have a lot. I like to learn from them. I like to dig in their brain and understand how they see certain situations that's outside of what we all have grew up in. And it's interesting to me. And I want to eventually be the guy that could pass the torch and, teach the next generation how to conduct themselves in different countries, in different cultures. But regardless of what happens, nobody's going to stop me. If I wasn't blessed with anything else, I was blessed with determination. Anybody that knows me knows how determined I am. Every goal that I've ever set for myself, I reached it. And not only did I reach it, I knocked it out of the park. This is not going to be anything different. I have my plan in place. I know I could have the perfect plan and I can't predict the weather and all that good jazz, but I have a plan. And I feel like it's a pretty solid plan. I'm not moving out of the country solely for a woman, it seems like that's always everybody's first guess. And it's only partially true. I have a plan for my finances. I have a plan for my routine. I have a plan for even my career because I'm only going to semi-retire. I got a long way to go till Social Security and all that good jazz, but I have a plan. I'm excited. One thing I'm excited about is being closer to all the other places in the world that I've always wanted to visit. Going from the Philippines, I mean, I'm right there. I've always wanted to go to Vietnam, Tokyo, or Japan. I want to go anywhere in Japan. Laos. Laos has actually been a dream of mine since maybe middle school. I always wanted to go to Laos. I had a best friend, he was Laotian. And I mean, ever since then, I wanted to go there. So it'd be much easier to get there now, from the Philippines. And now that I've been to the Philippines a couple times, I want to travel more of the country. I went to Tagaytay this last time. I want to go exploring more there. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing when I went, so I didn't get to do a whole lot. But this time, I want to go. Now that I'm going to be living there, I want to go explore Tagaytay a little bit more. I also want to go to the northern part of the Philippines where it's a little bit cooler. And I was actually, speaking of cooler, I was actually surprised by the temperature in Tagaytay. It was much cooler there. I don't know if I could live there. I don't know. I'm not going to discount it or take it off my list, but I don't know if I could do it, but I want to go at least check it out, a little bit more in depth. But I know I want to end up in Iloilo. I think that's really where I'm going to end up when I settle down. I also want to check out Manila a little bit more too. But not a whole lot, but I do want to check it out a little bit more in Makati. I want to see a little bit more of Manila. I want to go back to Cebu, and because the first time I was in Cebu, I didn't really. I guess you can say I had wet feet. I didn't want to go too far, but I did a little bit more digging this last time I went, and it made me want to go investigate a little bit more of Cebu. It seems like a really cool place, man. I love Cebu. I love Cebu. Back to the topic at hand. A lot of people seem surprised at how serious I am about this. I'm not playing. There's no games. If you know me, especially here recently, I don't play a whole lot anymore. I'm kind of serious. I need to get my playful side back, and I will. But right now, I'm so focused on building for the future. I'm focused on building my family, my circle, and there's just not enough room for games. I don't really have enough room for that. I think back on my life, especially these past 5 years, and how much I've traveled the world, and I never once before that thought that I would ever have the chance to do something like that. But yet here I am doing it. But when it comes to moving to a different country, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to have a certain level of self-awareness. Are you running from something, or are you running to something? You have to make sure you're not running from something, because wherever you go, there you are. If you're running from yourself, you're just going to bring yourself to wherever you are, and you're going to end up having the same problems that you had here. And see, there's a huge difference between running towards something and running from it. Like me personally, I'm running to peace. I'm not running from myself. I've done my self-reflection. I took accountability for my parts, and it led me to the decision to move. If you watched any of my earlier videos, I think I mentioned how when I was in Rome, Italy, that was when I realized it was time for me to move. And so here I am doing it. Here I am moving. I'm selling all my stuff and moving to the Philippines. And that's just where I'm going to start. I'm going to start in the Philippines. I'm going to travel a lot of places in Asia and kind of just go from there. But I'm going to start in the Philippines, and maybe I end up in the Philippines, but maybe I end up settling somewhere else. That's all to be seen. But I'm glad to have y'all with me on the journey, and I hope you like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. If you have any questions or comments, just, hit that comment section. But as always, the way I end all my videos, peace and love.
Living life without limits. Living life without limits.